issue. And I think I'm getting some information from America now that Instagram is somehow half down or something. You know, I thought it was my network. I've moved to another place. You know, Yomi, come in live. I've already invited him. This Apple. I've already invited him. He said invited. Yomi, look at your invite thing. You should be able to accept it from your side. Okay, Yomi has been invited. So Yomi, accept your invite. He's unable to join again. I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm going to try and invite Yomi again. Yomi, if you can't join on here, I'm going to change it to iPhone instead of Android because that's another issue that happens. Okay, guys, I have to end the broadcast now. I'll try on my iPhone and see how we go. Okay, but.
Ẹ̀yin tèmi tí ẹ wà.
Kí ni mo ṣe?
Ẹ kálẹ́ o. Bí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ni. Ṣé wà okay?
Kind of technical issue. I don't know what it is, but it's a little controversial. It's happening on. It's not my shows. Update your app. The first time I made a request to me on my other phone here is ready. Technical issue.
So, guys. Jẹ́ n fún yín níjó. Yeah, Ọlọ́run bá ẹ bá wa ṣe o. Ó fọ́hùn ṣàpótí ìsàn. Ọlọ́run tó tóbi.
With me, we're gonna get Yomi into the broadcast. Yomi, I'm sending. How are you?
Yomi's there.
I'm fine, man.
I have this problem all the time. Not all the time, but sometimes you think it's Airtel. Other times you think it's the Android. It's the Android. What they need to do with Instagram is to update the Android app. You know what I mean? They need to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because even today when I had a class, 3-4 hours, and I'm noticing that certain things, you can tag somebody in a group chat.
Okay.
You can't tag them on the Android. You can tag them on the iPhone. Now look how beautiful it is. Very, very clear.
Very
Yomi
clear.
mo fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá. Show me ni. Show to get. Show me ni mo
Okay,
fẹ́
ma.
sọ Yorùbá. Because àwọn tó jẹ́ Igbo àti non-Yorùbá wọ́n ti bú mi jàtijàti lórí Facebook this week. Okay? This whole Biafra nonsense don't go on. So what is so what you mo ti sọ pé mi ò fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní English mọ́. And so what I go content me, okay, only to respect me. Okay, there's an IPOB post on my thing now. What's the simple mean bed? Yoruba new first because Yoruba film, low man shape. Now, there's a lot of people on this podcast, okay?
Okay.
Now, you see, I don't want to close the comments. If you're going to you are calling Yomi Were, Yomi this, Yomi that. If you want me to close the comments, guys, I will close the comments because I really don't need the comments. After the show is over, I'm going to post this and there will be comments on that. So I think it's really important for me to not close. Yomi, will my close comments if you don't mind. Do you mind if I close
leave
the
it.
comments?
No,
or if I close
you don't close it.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You feel
It's
it?
quite important. It's the fundamental right. They allow them to express themselves.
On my own platform, because Anthony writes so.
I know.
No right to Kemi
But
Olunloyo.
when you have a guest and there is a platform for people to actually talk, you should allow them to express themselves. And when they feel that there is a need for them to change, the only thing that is constant in life is change. It's when they hear you converse.
2,313 people on the show. Let's go. One of my sponsors is a prophet who, he prays for people and he lets people know that there's a solution at the end of the game. Now, any of my sponsors, a disclaimer, I don't endorse my sponsors. I just advertise what they want advertised. So I'm going to get to Prophet Adekunle Ayodele Olufemi. Let's talk to you for a second. Oko Iyabo Lorúkọ movie. The movie is Oko Iyabo.
when I saw the movie, Yomi, I have a dirty mind. My mind is dirty. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I have a very dirty mind.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, it's good. Every time she writes OBO, she's referring to the female vagina, obo. And another time if I see OBO, I'm thinking they're talking about Davido. She'll get.
Yes, sir.
So, but that's Mori movie, yeah. Mori Oruko movie money, Oko Yabo. Got Mori, Oko Yabo. So, most of the time, I really deal with the side thing here. But when I had Oko Yabo,
Okay.
what made you put this movie together with two young kids? I mean, should we call them teenager or preteens? They're preteens, the one in the movie, 13, 12, 13.
Okay.
Kini age amo yen, she 12, 13 in the movie.
No, they're teenagers. They're just
Teenagers. Okay. Kí ló jẹ́ kó sọ orúkọ ọmọ ọkùnrin ní Lanre, tọ́mọ obìnrin jẹ́ Ìyábọ̀? Tell us that. What made you name the boy Lanre? Omi-Yinka's name is Lanre, Gabajika. And the girl, Yabo, that's the Yabo girl. Were you shading them? What made you pick those names? Why not Kemi and Coyote, like me and my son? Kemi and Coyote. Why Yabo and Lanre? Tell us that. The network. Okay, good. Tell us that. The network is bad.
Okay, thank you for having me, Auntie Kemi, and thank you to all the viewers. I think basically the name Okoyabo emanated from the public.
Yeah.
And it is probably because out of excitement and stuff like that. But as an entertainer, everything, of course, still boils around showbiz and then the commercial content of that kind of title. But another thing that is actually very crucial is that a lot of people are not paying attention to the fact that in Nigeria, we have a low scorecard on human rights. And when I decided I came out, I was speaking about human rights protection, human rights violation of both the accused as well as the victim and the police.
Yeah.
And it became a serious melee. I was antagonized. I was bruised emotionally. My name was dragged. Despite the fact I was standing by what is right. So by the time I began, is because we don't have value human lives. Our understanding about human rights is very low, and our duty of care is also very, very appalling. So when I chose to do this particular struggle, I put everything on the line 3 months ago. And by the time it was concluded, don't forget, I was bashed, I was...
Go. Need a bad gun. It's okay, you're darn. More like you, Mirawa. More like you, Rawa. Am I worried? I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I know I share and show you.
So that's what.
just getting all kinds of parameters of technical issues here. Okay, so please bear with me. Yomi Fabiyi is with me on this show. And
people did not like him. Yomi accused Princess of using a minor for... People don't like him.
Welcome back. I'm Kemi Olunloyo. Yomi Fabiyi was with me a few minutes ago. We had another technical issue. This is definitely not my phones. I've tried 2 phones. It's basically Instagram. There's an issue. I'm getting some vibes from abroad, from America, that Instagram is halfway down. Yomi Fabiyi was starting the interview with me when we just... The bottom line is... Let's try and do this show, guys. I was supposed to leave here at 8 o'clock. Yomi?
Ma?
Yomi?
Ma?
I don't know what's going on. It actually gave me a message from Instagram. Your live video is over. And I couldn't see anything we did wrong. Go ahead, let's talk. You said when you make this movie. Okay, remember I asked you a question. Go straight to the answer there. You made the movie. Oko Yabo.
Now, the point is this.
Name and Yabo's name.
Okay, now, this is it. What a lot of people are not putting into cognizance is that, number one, Oko Yabo storyline is about me. My struggle on the human rights angle. Are you with me, ma?
I'm with you. I moved again. Yeah. Go ahead.
So basically, it is my storyline. Because what people could not understand that at this day and age in Nigeria, people are still finding it difficult to believe that bail is constitutional right. And to be honest with you, man. Are you with me?
Are you with me? Just keep
There is no way. There is no way we want this country to grow. We want human rights to be... Any 2 minutes wasted not talking about human rights, not doing anything to promote the frontiers of human rights, a serious backlog on the country.
Okay, hold on, Yomi. I have to get to the point because of technical issues here. And I'm 30 minutes behind because I have to leave at 8 and I don't want to do a 30-minute show. Let's do this. I have turned the comments off and I had to do it because number one, it's my show. Number two, they're reporting my show. When they start reporting my life to Instagram, we end it. So they can't report. I want to hear what you have to say. Though you want the feedback from people, Yomi, I'm not giving them the opportunity for the feedback because they're reporting.
It's all right.
Live.
It's all right. It's all right.
Once they report it, Instagram is going to end it. Okay, so I want you to talk. I don't want them to talk. Let me ask you that question again. Is there a reason why you picked those names? In Hollywood, name freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Why did you pick those specific names?
Oh, that's good. Because number one, the point line is this. I am a player in the whole drama. I played a key role, and the storyline I am trying to portray, the storyline is on my quest, and that of Iyabo. Are you with me? Bearing in mind, because of my stand protection, are you with me, ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh,
Iyabo personally, she has done series of short movies, videos, castigating me, abusing me, threatening me, and several other things. And I choose not to press charges or do anything about that because what I have as a task is bigger than all that. And immediately that has been done, I decided that, you know what? I have been able to successfully make a point to an extent that the constitutional rights of the suspect, the constitutional rights of the victim, by getting fair trial, has been given by judge. So what I need to do is, that is a face. Are you with me, man?
You know, abuse you in
Can you hear me?
movies and this and that, you know. Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you properly.
Yomi?
Were you able to pick the points I raised?
I picked the points. It still borders around human rights, free speech, and all. Okay? A journalist was shot today, and he's still fighting for his life. He may have even died. Peter De Vries is a very good friend of mine. The freedom of speech and freedom of expression of what he does, okay, it belongs to the press.
Please, guy, help us to share.
And I told you about the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the Golden Globes. You cannot say
help us to share
because
this
a name
movie.
is Obama, okay, and it's in a movie, it's abusing Barack Obama. I can make a movie and call a fraudster Obama.
Of course.
Would that get them angry at the White House? They're not in the White House anymore, but would that get them angry because the name of the fraudster is Obama?
Even if you do, this is what we need to understand. And when you look at the backlash, you I mean that motion, they are right. In this stuff is not balancing. Hello, man.
I beg you, sorrow. Owó lẹ ló wèrè gan. Ní ti àwọn tó máa ń kígbe
Hello.
lórí burúkú báyìí. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Ebi torí ẹ lọ ṣe interview. Just keep talking. Yo èlò òṣì ló jẹ́ kí gbogbo internet máa lọ. Ó gba ayé lọ ti ṣe interview fún. Nǹkan kò ṣe wọ́n. Ti ẹnìkan náà ló dé ní gbogbo ẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Títí ẹ̀dá máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, take the opportunity to continue to talk. Yomi talk. Internet ti tiẹ̀ wà òkè tí ẹni tó gbé ẹ wá tí Kemi ló bàjẹ́. You keep talking. Títí pa ẹ lè ṣe láíláí. Àwọn internet wèrè lè ń lò. Àwọn èèyàn kan ló ń ṣe interview fún láti jọjọ. Naija kan ló ń gbé. Naija tẹ́ ń gbé ni gbogbo wọn ń gbé. Internet wèrè ni gbogbo yín ń lò.
Be to yourself. Stay to yourself. Trust nobody. Trust
Kò sí lọ ìwọ ni mo jọ ṣe àbí sásánà. Nítorí òpin.
ṣé wọ́n lọ travel tó jókòó ó mu tíì ni ó jẹ búrẹ́dì ni jóná ṣọ́ọ̀gbá ìdí kàdẹ́kọ́ tó wọlé.
No two.
Mi ò mọ̀ lè ṣe kíní ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn.
Being patient.
So I'm going to try as much as possible to make this very short. It is sad that at the end of the day I had to condescend to making this video because I know that the person whom this matter concerns, this is what he wants. This is what he wants. He just wants people to talk about him. You know, there are some people that take advantage of other people's agony to thrive. You know, they take advantage of other people's suffering to thrive. They pretend like they are trying to help people, whereas they're just using the agony of that person as leverage, you know, understand, to sell themselves. It is very unfortunate, Yomi, that you can descend this low. When I saw the whole thing about the Okoyabo movie and everything, I was utterly disgusted. But I thought you were going to somehow apply some common sense and maybe make it very abstract. I knew you were attacking Iyabo Ojo. I knew that the target of that film was Iyabo Ojo, but I thought you were going to be a bit sensible and creative about it. And not make it so direct. But I was utterly shocked when I saw that he did not even make any attempt to even exercise any creative. I mean, from what I saw, it was the work of an inane, senseless person that claims to be a creative. That you are a disgrace to filmmakers. I'm ashamed that I know you. Honestly, I've seen all these ones that you are ranting and everything, claiming to be a civil activist. I actually agree at the point with some of the things you were saying about, everybody having a right to be heard, which is true. You understand? And I thought you were going to leave it at that. But I am totally disgusted. Totally ashamed to even claim that I know you with what you have. You are a disgrace to filmmakers all over the world. And not just because you decided to use this sacred tool that we have, that we use in mending lives. This talent that God has given us to use in mending lives, in passing across messages that would heal lives and reshape society. You have decided to use that sacred tool so shamelessly to bring down another colleague. But see, guy, don't be Yabo you bring down, and yourself you disgrace. Because this is not, the Yabo part is even very small. Even though you call it Oko Yabo, you say Yomi is Oko Yabo, I'm beginning to wonder where Yomi can be Oko Yabo. Exactly. Let me not even talk about that.
Very idiot guy.
That one is there for everybody to see. What Armoduni, because in Gimoji not so Oregon. So let me not even, this is not in defense of the Yabo, so let me not even talk about that. Rather, this is about that young, innocent girl. Yomi if I didn't know that you had a child yourself, I would have said that you do not, if I even knowing that you do not deserve to be a father.
Exactly.
I'm sorry to say that you will take advantage of the plight of a young, helpless child.
Yeah.
And I watched the clips of those movies. I mean, the movie I watched those clips. And you recreated the scene. Were you there? Because it is, Yomi was share or not. Because obviously you do not understand what you just done.
Speaking.
The reason most of us decided not to talk about this matter again is because it is in court. And I heard that there's a court directive after the last sitting that anybody should desist from talking about this or doing anything that will undermine the powers of the court. Which is exactly what you have done. I am calling on the Nigerian police.
He's not back.
I am calling on the Nigerian police to call Yomi Fabiyi to bring him to book.
If he's back, my phone will tell me. He's back now.
Hello. Okay. Yomi.
Ma?
Yomi.
Baby.
Ma? Are you in Nigeria? Are you in Nigeria?
Please come.
No, I'm presently in London.
You're in London?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever that is, that London network is bad. It's 3G. It's not 5G. It's 3.
Okay, let's just go straight. Let's see the
okay. Yomi, you're not going straight to the point. You are not your favorite human rights. Oh, go straight to the point.
Exactly.
First time. Kílódé tó ṣe mú orúkọ ká àtorúkọ Yabo tó fi ṣe role àwọn ọmọ yẹn.
And the point is, when you don't understand that the role of filmmaker, films, you can write true life story, you can write fiction. Character name actually does not matter. I have
it doesn't matter.
Movie.
Was it?
I have
was this a fictional movie?
It's me. I'm a writer. I'm writing my story. I'm writing my story, and the story started and ends when the human rights of the suspect and the victim was upheld. Yeah. And that is the story I was telling. That's why I put up the story of Koyabo. But unfortunately, I can guarantee you that majority that were castigating.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna castigate, or I'm not gonna condemn anybody. But when they started acting like the scene that was being highlighted, they started acting like they've never seen something like that before. Later, the social media for almost 3 months or I am trying to change the narrative. That is when I began to know that then I am actually, this is not just right. It is my experience. I put my life on the line to actually pass a message to inspire several Nigerians that duty of care is crucial. Human rights violation is why we are being isolated as a country, in the continent and around the world.
Okay, let me ask you this. Hold that thought. Let me ask you this, okay? Okoya is a movie, and what do you want to be when you grow up? A prostitute. The girl in the movie,
I don't think the question is, you're cracking up, ma. The audio is cracking up.
Okay, did the girl want to know, did she wanted to be a prostitute?
Send the address.
Oh.
Mama post.
I want to get my headphones. Did the girl know that?
Can I talk?
Talk, but don't go over and over the same things. I want to ask about this movie, and we're losing network. Yomi, did the girl wanted to be?
Now, this is a concept. Are you with me, ma? In the storyline, because in the storyline, that is why it is so unfortunate people could not see the movie.
Go ahead.
The essence of that scene is to exhibit the kind of abuse that children go through from their work and that parents or guardians do unconsciously. The concept of the story is that the girl saw a neighbor who drives a very expensive Benz. And Mama Yabo and a friend, they were talking. While the Yabo was there, he's asking, what job? Iṣẹ́ wo ni Tọ́lá ń ṣe tó fi rí owó ra Benz tó wọ góòlù tó wọ gbogbo ẹ̀.
Yeah.
And then Ìyá Yabo unconsciously replied with iṣẹ́ aṣẹ́wó ló ṣe, without putting into consideration the child who is actually trying to pick from what they were discussing.
Okay, that's the movie line. Hold that thought. That's the story. Okay, and you are right. All the Yomi fans here will probably agree with me. You can use any name for any movie character. But why at this sensitive time during the Baba Jesha case did you release that movie? Why did you release it at this time?
Of course, like I said, my standpoint and my own crusade is not about being an actor or is about Baba Jesha or anything. My own standpoint and my own crusade is about human rights. Knowing fully well that our status as a country, if I should wait, go and check most of my broadcasts. If I should go 48 hours without talking about human rights, it's a serious problem. I have shot movies on human rights. And if I had waited for 3 months trying to cook up the story so that I can educate people and show the balance that this is another person trying to fight for the girl, trying to fight that a right must be protected, she must get justice. That is part of human rights. But she could not understand that also the victim has also got a right. If that is the way we will be portraying to the world that victims don't have rights, nobody wants to come to this country because anybody can become a suspect. And suspects don't have rights. So basically, it is even too late. Even because I was doing so many things and I'm still writing and cooking things up because by storyline, hence the day the man was granted his constitutional right of bail. And I must tell the story to the world. So unfortunately, majority, I can bet you 9.9% of those that are castigating, abusing, I have not even seen the storyline. And at the end of the day, the issue, the one that they actually put up and say, oh, this is the pain of somebody. Why the hypocrisy? Every Nigerian that is on social media has seen the video and they cannot tell that is not trying to reconnect. However, those things are also there that Nigerians are not paying attention. And I own the role because as
Yeah.
you see me, I have spent money shooting. Look at Onikede. Onikede is a story on human rights, and it came out on the 2nd of October 2020, 2 days before NSA started. It's about human rights. I have personally been a human rights summit, an actor. I convened a summit at Sheraton. Millions of dollars I brought amnesty. Nobody's going to give me money at the end of the day. I didn't collect money from any politician, no money from any embassy. It's my quest on human rights. Because I believe that if I have a career, if I have a family, and I don't have human rights, I am sorry, that is not life. Nobody wants to make friends with Nigerians.
Done.
Our students.
Yomi, hold on. We have lost power. My gen is coming up in 5 seconds.
Woman is any problem.
Our gen is coming on in 5 seconds. We've lost power. Okay, let me ask you what I want to ask you now. Is there a reason? Are you talking to Iyabo Ojo or you are fighting Iyabo Ojo? What's going on there? Are you fighting Iyabo Ojo?
The point is this.
Because she's fighting you.
The point is this.
She's even suing you in court. She said she's suing you in court.
Ma'am, the point is this. If there is anybody that I've grounds for litigation, whether civil or criminal, it is me. I have done absolutely no wrong. This lady was seen. I don't know why Nigerians are being hypocritical. She has done series of movies, short movies. She even acted Yomi Fabiyi in one of her videos. And it was posted even on YouTube. People were viewing it. Hundreds and thousands of people. I was demonized. I was crucified. I was messed up. I was bruised for standing by human rights.
Right.
For standing by human rights.
What is the opinion of? We have tap. His network is very bad in UK.
Network will bad in the UK. Are you sick? Our network.
Your network is very bad in the UK there.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You have to speak with Boris. Maybe you get in touch with Boris.
Network is bad, God. 3G no low in the UK.
3G wo 5G la nlo. 3G wo 5G la nlo.
Hello, can you hear me?
It is your own network that is bad.
It's breaking up.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, we can hear.
I can hear you now.
Emma, so you know, John, coach, you know.
I can hear you now. It's breaking up badly, though. Let's just see some.
No, Ishawa, you need also, I think.
Let's take some questions.
Because basically, what I am trying to do is to tell a story of two individuals. I shouldn't have any reason not to mention her name because she chose to mention my name, put up series of drama, a lot of curses. They even mentioned my name.
Yomi ti rogbo. Yomi ti rogbo. Ó ti rogbo báyìí ẹgbà wa. Ẹgbà wa ẹ bá wa tẹ love. Ẹ bá wa tẹ love. Oh, love.
The network is bad in the UK. Can you guys see me very well? Very well, because you're.
Hey, I'm at the show.
And I think at night it's reconnecting, connecting. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Ayé gbọ́ mi ti bàjẹ́ báyìí. Ẹ ó ní red dead ṣáyé yìí ò fẹ́ dà ṣé mi mo ṣe interview.
So you want to repeat the question so that we won't lose that.
Àwọn ayé ti tẹ̀lé Yomi láti Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n tẹ̀lé dé London. Àwọn ìyá mi ẹlẹ́yẹ.
Yomi, can we take? Can we take some questions?
Question where you need. No, teach you show. Question.
Somebody asked. Somebody said, "Are you trying to justify that you did the movie to retaliate?" Hello, can you hear me, Yomi? Question for you: are you trying to justify that you did the movie just to retaliate? and not fight for human rights as you claim?
Oh, basically, people will always form opinion, particularly when your bona fide is not really well established in their minds.
Yeah.
When they're not ready to accept the fact that you have a mandate. Whether they like it or not, I chose human rights. And I am a decorated human rights ambassador, not just an activist. I have a duty to represent human rights at all levels. I don't need to start moving by emotions. I will be stupid to be doing that.
Yomi, who is more being
Join the
paid?
bandwagon to say, oh, when it has to do with child abuse, child rape, then I can actually blind my eyes and allow the right of the suspect to be abused. Then I get my voice suddenly when it is now maybe labor situation, or maybe it is about transportation, maybe it's about this and that.
Okay, Yomi, who is more being paid? Who is more being paid? This person said things about you. Is it true?
Oh,
More
I
being
like
paid?
the question. I like the question because somebody actually sent what she said, and I read.
More being paid said something about you.
Yeah, about to answer that. She said that it is because she refused me sexual advances and sexual pleasure. That is why I stopped using her in movies. And people could not ask.
Is it true?
Okay.
Did you sexually harass her?
No, she never even mentioned sexual harassment. So I wouldn't want you to attribute that to her. Because
What did
normally
she mention?
she said that it is because she could not give in to my sexual advances. That is why I stopped using her in movies. Now the question I want to ask, or people should ask in their mind, that means she must have yielded to my sexual advances before I used her. And the first movie she ever acted in her life. Because she never wanted to act movie. She was just a youth couple. She was just a fan. When I had my audition, she did several videos claiming that she came to an audition, whereas she never attended my audition.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, she never attended my audition. I can swear on my mother's grave, she knew, and I know she never attended my audition. I saw a comment talking about my filmography, and I piqued interest.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow. Then I asked, what are you doing? She said she's actually performing a youth service in Benin. I said, you know what? I have a movie that I want to shoot, and you actually fit into what I need, not in terms of skill or physical appearance. I just want to place a bet on you. And I said, you know what? I told her, make it a mandate. Come to Lagos at any slightest opportunity. This is a young lady that I will pick in my car. Whenever she got, I could remember there was a time I went to meet her in Ogudu GRA. I still have them everything in my archive. There was a time I went to meet her in a photo studio in Iwaya, just to actually and give her and stuff. And I could not give the area boys money. They collected my wristwatch. There was a time I took her to Odufa Kakos. I did all I can to give her a life. You know where she began to have problems? The only thing she would never make me do, is I will never say that the opportunity you gave her through me to come into the industry, the grace, the blessing you gave her through me, take it. I will never do that. She will never push me to do that because I still see her as part of my product. However, a problem with me began. I must tell her this because majority of these lads, when you choose to bring an unknown face out, they assume it is just on a platter of gold. I'm an African. And that I will never say, God, take it back. That I will never say, somebody take it back. But the bone of contention, the problem for me was the day Takpari film, December 2016. Immediately I said it is a wrap. Because people don't know. Immediately I said it is a wrap. This lady rushed immediately and went to Gabriel's car. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
during the production, it is my car that we're using to be carrying her. When she came at the first time, she has never seen anybody before. Even during the production, the third day, I never planned to direct the movie. The director, Abelare, left the location the third day, giving me that I have to go. Now, I need to complete the story. I don't want to give you that information. Now, immediately I said to this lady, I said, you have been using my car. I am going to Lagos. And immediately you see that you have finished up, you have gotten what you wanted, then you are rushing to a cast that you just met. And I was messaging her. She was like, no, it's nothing. There's nothing between us. I said, I am not even saying something between us. You need to be calm. And then he was you. Behind me, my promoter. I never knew this. They started something. They started. I don't know the kind of relationship they started behind me. She hijacked my promoter. She hijacked my production manager. She hijacked my director of photography. And behind me, they were planning production. And when I was tipped off, I'm like, I just called the PM. I said, no, man, I understand you're trying to do production for this girl that I brought in. Put everything on the line so that she can get this kind of life. Like in 2016 here, the next time I'm going to set my eyes on this lady was on the 17th of January 2019. 3 years after.
So you're saying she's lying? Are you saying she's lying then?
Mommy, I have no reason. I decided not to go straight. But I know certainly that she will put on there and want to get to the stage. But unfortunately, NET Otara Temi were industry that I gave her the act. I have somebody by putting her in that role. That is the end of me. That is when she wants to throw fire into that part. So bad day. We all understand law of natural justice. But I don't want anything to happen to this young lady. Immediately she started an affair with my promoter. My promoter stopped giving me full money for my production. Not for me, just to frustrate me. I'm sorry I have to say this, but because I'm not. At the end of the day, the man stopped my royalty.
Hey!
It's this same girl. I caught the PM. That Mr. Kennedy, I caught him off. The man has been with me from beginning. But because of this girl, I caught the man off. This is why you cannot see him in my production as a PM. At the end of the day, I now look at it. If anybody will come and meet me and will still be in my movie, and I star in my movie, will she have shown me any sign of hatred or disdain or any sign of whatever? So how can you tell people that thing and they didn't answer? So by no far.
Hey!
How did you get into
okay?
And
I have to take a commercial. Now. After the commercial, you're going to talk to us about who's flipping. You're going to talk about what Olunloyo said, and also Prince Jide Kotoko has also said that we sleep with each other in Nollywood. Everybody's talking about sleeping with each other. We're going to talk about that after my commercial here.
Okay.
All right. So I want to tell you that I want to tell you about this prophet. Okay, and today you're going to see adverts for prophets and men of God and all that. Dr. Ayobiola Adekunle, whenever I talk about someone on my show, I'm not endorsing them. I'm doing a commercial. Dr. Adekunle says, do you experience bad dreams? Hello? Do you dream of seeing yourself where you were born or raised? Because some people don't know. Do you dream of seeing yourself in the midst of primates? Yeah. Those again. Do you eat in your dream? Do you have sex in your dream? Nollywood. Are you being chased by humans? Are you being chased by animals or masquerades in your dream? This is a big dream advert. Do you experience being pressed down while you're sleeping? Do you experience disappointment, rejection, and failure at the edge of success? Do you experience
struggle without results or success? Do you experience not bettering your parents' syndrome? Do you experience uniform generational battles? Do you experience delay in getting admission to schools? Employment delay, marriage delay, child delay? Do you experience poverty or just suffering for no reason? Then your suffering has ended from foundation problems or battles. This can only be resolved with deep repentance and prayer, not just deliverance. So, if not, the strange problem will persist if you don't take care of it. It's either you deal with it or it deals with you. If you want to pray and get counseling, you got to go to the Great Shepherd Deliverance Ministry. The Great Shepherd Deliverance Ministry, where you're going to call Prophet Dr. Emiola Adekunle on 0815 808 9447. 0815 808 9447. The second number is 085. He's on IG, Prophet Ayo. Emiola Adekunle. Everything one word. Prophet Ayo. Emiola Adekunle. And the Facebook page is the Great Shepherd Deliverance Ministries. So please, guys, contact the prophet. There's a lot going on. Yomi Fabiyi is with us.
He's a pastor.
He's talking about all the beefs in Nollywood.
They're all
Yomi,
fake pastors.
is it true that you guys sleep with each other in Nollywood?
Yes.
Do you sleep with each other in Nollywood?
What do you mean sleep with each other? Do we sleep on the same bed? Or do we have sex together? And then, if it is the former or if it is the latter, the cocoa of the matter is who we always mix for sexual attraction. And you see you and I wish to date you. Look, I'm not going to come to you and tell you, Mama, I like you, I have a crush on you. It's your duty to say no. And the unfortunate aspect is that when they are talking about serious issues like rape, sexual assault, child rape, how on earth people be so hoodwinked into trolling and pulling down by all means syndrome, and you come out and talk about sexual attraction? How can you say that? Like before. You're not talking about do we like ourselves off your pants and we have this sex. Are you trying to insult those that got married in the industry? We do it. It has never actually mean that we have.
Okay. We've lost audio. Yomi, we can't hear you.
How to stop it? Oh God. Hey, I don't know if you should let that to you. No.
Let me.
Because you are so brazen. I'm Kilo Bojule. Like seriously. When
Kilo Bojule, go be shady all about.
Do you think you can just do anything and get away with it? You are not literate enough to know that you have broken the law in so many ways with what you did. I'm happy that you have entrapped yourself. A case that is still in court, and you did a movie, you recreated a scene of a case that is still in court. Were you there when it happened? So you are trying to subvert justice. In case you don't know, that's what you're trying to do. That is what you are trying to do. Didn't your lawyers advise you when they are aware of it? Didn't they see the script of this thing? No, didn't they see the script? A case that is still in court, and you went and recreated the scene of a case that is still in court. How insensitive and brainless can you be? How insensitive and wicked can you be? How insensitive, even if you have your own personal beliefs that okay, the girl was Kemi, as in Do you not understand the implication of what you have done? You are trying to subvert justice, Mr. Yomi Fabiyi. And you have just ensnared yourself. I'm happy with what you did. I am happy with what you did. Because you have just ensnared yourself. You have just ensnared yourself. I'm not going to call on anybody and to call you to order anything. You do not need anybody to call you to order because you know what you were doing. Rather, I will blame people that will rush to YouTube to go and steal because I know that's what you want. You like notoriety, you like attention, so you want people to at least, while the thing is still hot, to at least let them go there and watch and maybe make some small money and you know do some clout chasing, make something to bring back your fame or whatever. But is it really worth it? Is it really worth it at the expense of a poor, innocent 14-year-old girl? Is it really worth it? How do you sleep at night, Yomi Fabiyi? Are you so blinded by your hatred for Iyabo Ojo that you sink to the extent of re-victimizing a young, innocent girl? And you now want to recreate a scene that you were not there when it happened. And it is in court presently, and there's a court order that nobody should do anything or say anything that will subvert or undermine the powers of the court. And which is so I leave it to the courts to decide whether what you did is okay or not. I leave it to the courts to decide. But I am utterly disappointed at you. And I am ashamed to be called your colleague. This is a dark day for filmmakers all over this country. That somebody will use that secret tool of filmmaking to victimize a young, innocent child. You think it is Iyabo Ojo that you are victimizing. It is not Iyabo Ojo. Iyabo Ojo can take care of herself. Iyabo Ojo can take care of herself. Are they told that you also, they can take care of themselves? But the young, innocent child, that is the person that you have victimized, and you have used that secret tool of filmmaking to attempt to destroy a young, innocent life. Let us see if you will get away with it. And for those who are celebrating him, and especially for all the actors in that film, I am ashamed
of them.
Didn't you read the script? This is a crisis that is still going on in the industry. That recently they still try to solve things. And you people accepted to go and act in that film, knowing the implications of what, as in didn't.
Madam Unfortunately,
I can't really say much because some people that are in the film, as in there are people that I have so much respect for. So I don't even know what to say. But honestly, for everyone that took part in that film, I'm ashamed. The young upcoming ones, I can't blame them too much because I don't know. They just want an opportunity to advance themselves. But the elderly ones that took part in that film, come on. Any baba any yawa te lo ti film yoko yabo o de dun mi o ju de ti bi fun yin o e ma binu
àti baba tó jẹ́ pé àfin baba àfin
honestly
òun náà lọ nítorí owó
ṣé tó lé ni ṣàgbà ní tó lé nìyẹn
àwọn àgbàlagbà
tọmọdé méjì bá ti ń jà tó bá ń ṣe kí ṣé ó yẹ kágbàlagbà tó máa bu epo sí náà ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà tẹ́ lọ ṣe nínú fíìmù ọkọ ìyàbọ̀ yẹn ṣé ṣàgbà ní tó lé ni kódà
wọn àgbò òṣì
tẹ́lẹ̀ ti gbàgbé pé sinimá ni kíní yìí this is film. It lasts for a lifetime. The films that our fathers, the Ogun days that they did, you understand, the Onyade Jobis that they did, the films are still here today. They are dead and long gone, but the films are still here today. So that is how this film Okoyaba is going to be here. 50, 100 years from now, it's going to be there. You cannot erase the record. You've done it. The mistake has been made.
Exactly.
Shagba ni to le niyen.
Madam
it's unfortunate. All those elderly actors that took part in that film, it's very sad. I'm really ashamed, honestly. I am
you're just a fool.
Really, really ashamed. It is very, very sad. Honestly, it is very, very sad. But I'm sure you all knew the implications of what you were doing when you were doing it. So I hope you are ready for the repercussions. yes, I hope you are ready for the repercussions. For all those that supported Yomi Fabiyi in this nonsense that he just did, remember that you are sharpening the teeth of a mad dog because he's biting your enemy right now. But remember that a mad dog will always be a mad dog. So don't complain when that mad dog turns to you with those same sharpened teeth that you helped him to sharpen, or turns to your own person. Don't complain. We'll be here. Don't complain. Don't complain. Yomi Fabiyi, whatever a man sows, that is what he shall reap. You have sown. You have sown. I hope you are ready to reap. All the best.
I like your man, Lisa. This man, he said it all. He said it all. He said it all. He said it all. What's the day, father? Network in Danny UK. Kemi need to tell that. Like he comments. Not to wear jacket in Muli.
Okay. I think we should do it in such a way because I don't know what is wrong with Kemi's network.
Yes.
But I want to.
Your own network is the best. UK network is good because only Olunloyo.
So if you join my broadcast, you can ask questions about the movie Okoyabo and stuff like that, so that I can. Any question you want to ask about it also. So let's start. Good evening. From here. Hello, good evening. How are you doing? I'm very fine, sir. How are you doing, sir? I'm fine, my brother. How are you doing? What's your name and where are you joining from?
This is Temitope Samo from Ebonyi State, Nigeria.
How are you doing, Temitope? How are you doing tonight?
I'm very fine. Like, I have a few questions to ask. I wouldn't mind if you can just acknowledge and answer accordingly.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I've not been a fan before, to be sincere, to be honest. I started following you since the start of this saga. So I had to go through your page, check every post of yours. Then I had to come into conclusion that you've been into this for so long, not just today, not just when the saga started.
Exactly. Thank you.
According to the clip, I went through because I wouldn't just want to judge. I won't just want to follow everyone's way. Like, I have my own sense of reasoning. Like, irrespective of anything, social media sometimes can be confusing. They can lead astray because most people, when clips drop, they don't want to go through it. All they just want to drop is their comments. They want their comments to be seen first. So they won't have the opportunity to go through it to check how it is. Because recently there was this saga of Tope Alabi. She said something one way or the other, but then that wasn't what she meant. Like, what she means. Like,
I don't want you to digress. Can you just go to your question so that I can quickly answer you? Because
what I'm trying to ask right now is, because me directly, I haven't seen the movie, but was the movie actually directed to Yabodu or you? Because I saw a lot of comments trying to say probably you choose the story or you make the little girl play the role that. She wasn't matured for. What can you say about that, sir?
all right, that's a very important question. Like I said, people would tend to not understand that the role of an actor is different to reality. And when you're talking about acting, is make-believe. I started and put my life on the line to actually make sure that I put on ground and I stand and promote the frontiers of human rights. A lot of people misconstrued me. And the point is this: no matter how emotional I am, being an ambassador of human rights means I must represent human rights at all levels, at any stage. Now, how should I keep quiet
When a human being who is still adjudged innocent until proven guilty by the court of law, my grounds are so enormous. There is a complaint on behalf of a minor. The police swung into action and they were able to they began the process of justice for the girl. That is a right thing to do. And when they concluded the investigation to an extent, they released a statement. And of course, you would expect that the police wanted to do the right thing by saying, okay, this is what we have as documentary evidence against this person. But it is his right to be granted bail while we pursue. Are you saying?
Yes,
the
I'm
court
getting
process, because we are not to judge. That I expect every normal human being that loves this country, that wants this society to get better, should also respect. It is the right of the police to prosecute and, of course, to grant bail, administrative bail, while they arraign the person to court.
Yes,
the moment I saw that, I put in my life. Because we are still in a society where some people believe that granting of bail means that the case has ended.
Yes.
That is why we're not progressing as a nation.
Yes, sir.
And I have to risk everything.
Hey, John, to be alone. They were interested. Nation is all. Potential elimination.
Check them out on our website. So how do you use Sendwave? Sendwave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. The money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749-7377-647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about Sendwave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit with us.
And a very 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, a very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And the time is exactly 9 minutes past 1800 hours, where we're transmitting back to our studio in London. I say good evening to my producer, Frank and Archie, for making sure that we continue to broadcast back to our listeners, from around the globe, even as much as we are far away from London. I say good evening and welcome to those of you that have joined us from different parts of the globe. I welcome you all as you're tuning in to Star Radio UK. My name is Yomi Fabiyi, and I'll be your host this evening between the hours of 1800 hours to 2000 hours. Niger Voices is coming live to you from the frequency of Star Radio UK, and I say welcome again and a very good evening. It might be good morning, or good afternoon, or almost good night for those of you in New Zealand, in Australia, in the other part of the globe as well. We are transmitting also on the Star Radio app for those of you that might want to download the apps so that you can be able to get a fine tune of some of the latest news, presentations, and different presenters that are speaking to us 24 hours on Star Radio UK. I'd like to also say thank you very much to Olunloyo that have been one of our sponsors on Niger Voices, in the last couple of years. This evening would be another evening, just like we've been doing, for the last 4 years that we've been running Niger Voices on Star Radio UK. And likewise, this is the second Wednesday of the month as well. Good evening to those of you that are watching from the other platform as well. I welcome you all as you're joining this broadcast. I say good evening, and let's take you through the drive home this evening. This evening, we have quite a lot of lineup, that we'll be discussing, and these are part of the program between myself and the producer, where we look at what is the current situation in Nigeria and what are people discussing, because quite a lot is happening, presently in Nigeria. I've just been following, the Senate have just approved, quite a staunch amount of figure, for the loan to be borrowed from foreign partners as well. The question we need to ask is, some of the previous loans, what have been used for, what has been the purpose, and what have been, these particular loan in terms of helping, the average Nigerians wherever they are as well. We'll be looking at those that also believe, like myself, which is my own opinion and my view, not the view of Star Radio UK, that I believe that it is time now that the country goes into a total halt so that we can disintegrate peacefully out of Nigeria, and the Yorubas can stand their own and have their own Yoruba land, or the Yoruba nation, or the Oduduwa Republic. And for those that also want to be, the Biafra and the Middle Belt. The beauty of living in the 21st century is it gives you the opportunity, to think beyond yourself. I mean, a lot of people might say Nigeria is working, but when I look at some of those smaller countries around the world, and they are doing very well, the question is, what is the essence of being part of Nigeria that hasn't been very fruitful as well? We'll be discussing, the attack on Chief Sunday Igbowo's house, which was all that took place last week. Just this time last week, we finished the program, just about 8 o'clock. And as people were going to bed, some were still awake, and the news started filtering through from Soka, the resident home of Chief Sunday Igbowo, where later on we can confirm that atrocity that have never been done was committed at his home. Not just atrocity, 2 lives were lost, and as we speak right now, 12 innocent Yorubas are still in the hands of the DSS. We'll be discussing that as well during the segment of this program as well. We'll be reviewing the Lagos Mega Rally. This time last week, we were discussing the Lagos Mega Rally, but on a very sad note, after all the peaceful rally that have taken place across the Yoruba land, Lagos seems to have gone the other way around, and we can now confirm 1 death out of so many rallies, so many awareness that have taken place across the Yoruba land. The police in Lagos shoot 1 young 14-year-old girl with a straight bullet, and we can only say, may the soul of the departed rest in peace. Likewise, I'll be looking at the outcome of the southern governors, and likewise the response back from the northern governors as well. Bear with us for those of you that are watching us. You can imagine, the kind of network that we have on this part of the planet, where you would have expected that, investment, would have been done, but rather, this is a country that believes that the freedom of speech is not allowed. You cannot speak the way you want. They can disagree with you, and it's just all so much. Kudos to those that decided, to come out in solidarity protest, for Chief Sunday Igbowo in Ibadan today. I was following, the whole procession, and I'm sure so many of you that are watching us from around the globe as well are watching, those processions. They paid a courtesy visit to Olu Ibadan, and likewise, the governor's office, even though the governor was not aware, probably not around to speak to them as well. Like I said, there might be a delay with our broadcast back to the studio. It is all got to do with the connection that we are using as well. But one thing I can say is, the Yorubas have spoken. The Yorubas have decided that they've had enough of being part of Nigeria, and it is time now to have a nation of their own that they will be proud of. And just the same way the Yorubas are working tirelessly from different parts of the globe, they will rather do the same thing as well. So we continue to to discuss that as well. Once again, good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I've been looking at the 10 points from the Southern governors, and I'll be looking into that again this evening. The question I've been asking a lot of commentators and those that we've been engaging with is, are we saying where the governors from the Southern or the Southwest will now make a decision that would not favor those from the northern part of the country? The reason why a lot of people are agitating or discussing a kind of a movement for a self-determination, which is also allowed according to the AU chapter and the United Nations chapter. I was watching a video clip that was sent to me, and the President Buhari that was at the UN in 2015 was clamoring, having a conversation that they should allow the Palestinians to have their own country. Maybe he doesn't know what he was reading, or maybe he was not sure of what he was being told to read out of that, the script that was given to him. That, I believe, is the same thing that the Yorubas are asking for, is the same thing that the Biafra are asking for, and it is the legitimate right of every individual to decide whether you want to be part of Nigeria. But we will come back to that conversation, and likewise the conversation of the movement that continue with so many people as well. But my focus this evening is about the southern and the northern governors. We saw that they were given 10 points. And out of those 10 points, we can see that the northern part of the country doesn't seem to be comfortable with what was the communique that came out from Lagos after the outcome of that meeting. I'll be giving those 10 points that was raised by the southern governors in terms of their demand. We saw that they want an increment from 3% to 5% of the revenue from some of those. If you look at the, people like the Niger Delta, the river, and those from the Southwest, you will realize that more percentage have not been given to them. So part of the communique was saying that we need more when it comes to the percentage from the revenue share allocation in the country. Again, if you're joining us, this is a broadcast back to London on Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. You can also follow us on all our social media handles on Star Radio UK. We are live as I speak to you on Twitter. We are live as well on all other social media handles as well. So make sure you continue to follow us as well. We are also streaming, like I say, to the other media platform that have tapped the signal as well. One thing we've got to remember is there are so many special interests to so many people that believe that Nigeria should continue the way it is. And when the southern governors come out with that communique, it didn't take so long before a response was also coming out from the first, the chairman, the national chairman of the ADP, that says that it seems the southern governors are literally, against the present government. And the question I'm asking is, part of these governors are APC governors, some of them are PDP governors, and some of them are also opposition party as well. So what could be the reason why, the North is not pleased, the North is not comfortable with that outcome? Part of what they also demand is a state police. If you then go back and see why people like us have said continuously that the 1999 constitution that was given to Nigerians, when the democracy came back in 1999, was a military decree. And that is the reason why you can't continue with that constitution that was given to us. It was not the constitution of the people, but yet everyone has kept quiet. Everyone has been using that same constitution for whatever reason to renew the election every 4 years. And, now everyone is, is wise. Everybody is now being more educated, around this constitution. The reason why you are having so much crime in your state, whether you are from Ogun State, whether you are from Lagos, whether you are from Oyo State, in Kwara, Kogi, and the rest of the remaining part of the Yoruba land, the reason why your governor today doesn't have the power, to decide to have a police that belongs to the state. Let me give you an example. For those of us that live in England, when you travel out of London, you will be looking into a different police when you get to Birmingham, when you get to Manchester, when you get to Wales, when you get to the rest of the area that is different from London. And that means a crime committed in London will be dealt with the police in London. But the crime committed in the Yoruba land, you will have to wait for the instruction from the Inspector General of Police in Abuja to tell you how to manage the crime. And likewise, by the time you are bringing somebody from the north or the southeast or the middle belt to represent you as a police commissioner, he does not have an idea, what the community looks like. He doesn't have an idea the kind of crime committed in those areas. And now that the governors are demanding that they must have state police, even though a lot of people disagree that, when the governor eventually have a state police, they might also misuse it as well. But the first thing you need to ask is, how would the governor demand a state police when it is not currently in the constitution? I saw that, 5 of them traveled to Abuja, trying to speak to the National Assembly, maybe to amend the constitution, maybe to put in that opportunity that says that 68th clause that does not allow some of your governors to deal with so many things in your state is now something that they're expecting to happen. So let us note that as well. So when some of us that believe that the constitution is fraud, your governor might not be able to tell you that, but someone like us can say, yes, those constitutions are fraud, and the governor knows that. How will that constitution be changed to enable Lagos State to have their own police? As much as Lagos have the fund, the adequate fund based on, the revenue coming into Lagos compared to, the 8% revenue that Kogi or that Jigawa, as an example, is producing. I mean, when you look at the percentage of what some of these states are, giving back in terms of allocation to the federal government, you will definitely find out that, it is not going to be very comfortable for somebody in the Southwest that is struggling. He has come out of the university, he doesn't have a job, and he's not sure the reason why he doesn't have a job. But yet, the resources underneath the particular state is being shared, and likewise the one in Zamfara belongs to Zamfara, gold alone. So these are questions that a lot of people continue to ask, and people like us say, we have been tired of that. Once again, if you've just joined us, it is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Like I said, bear with us, there's quite a lot of, internet connection problem back to our studio in London. But again, for those of you that are watching us, do make sure you get a kind of cold water, which I've got next to me as well, and then we can continue with the broadcast. One thing a lot of people might not understand is, when you look at the current situation in Nigeria, can we really say, going into another election in 2023 will solve some of this problem? Or looking into how the country can start winding down, because, more loans that is given to the federal government, every single Nigerian today will have to pay back the debt. So if you're saying, well, we do not believe in this self-determination, we do not believe with this agitation, we do not believe in this movement, then you are literally also going to be entrapped with the debt currently, in the country. And as of today, Nigeria is owing China about $3.5 billion US. That is a staggering amount of money. And then the question is, what has the money been used for? So the response from the northern governors shows that they've literally now tagged some of the Southwest governor behind the atrocity, the fire rate that is going on in the southwest, the killings, because they believe that the southern governors or the southwest governor are behind some of those atrocity, and this is what they believe. I'm gonna play the soundtrack of the first video of the response of the national chairman of the ADP, and this is what he has to say regarding the second leg of the meeting. The first meeting took place on the 11th of May this year. By the 1st of September, the southern governor northern part of the country. I mean, when you look at the situation currently, you as a Nigerian can no longer travel freely from one side of the country to the other part of the country. If you're meant to be traveling from Lagos to Abuja, you would either have to travel with the mindset that something could happen, something could go wrong, and that also could be scary as well. Once again, we are still live on Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, where we are bringing to you Naija Voices every Wednesday, 1837. At about 1900 hours, we will start reviewing some of the other stories that we have as well. I've been following Haiti, the situation there is getting a little bit, serious with the U.S. Embassy now on a total lockdown after the president of Haiti have been executed, this morning, and now, the situation is something that we continue to follow as well. Also, I have been following all the headlines, coming out of Nigeria since, the situation at Chief Sunday Igboho's house. There have been different views, different commentators. People have said different things. But one point I would like to raise now is the southern governors doesn't seem to be pleased with the operation of the security agency within their state. You would expect that if any operation is meant to be carried in any state within the southwest part of the country, as a governor, you should be aware of it. But that doesn't seem what took place last week, Thursday, at about 1:30 a.m. when Chief Sunday Igboho's house was raided with the intention of an assassination attempt on his life and the life of those living in that particular residence. Now, a lot of people have said different things. Since that incident, we still can confirm that 12 innocent Yorubas are still in the hands of the DSS, in as much as the legal representatives have been able to engage, with the DSS, but yet the DSS would not allow them to have, access to them as well. I've looked at the communique of the governors. And I'm asking the question to those of you that are watching us from around the world this evening, from different parts of the globe, where you're watching Naija Voices on Star Radio UK, is what do you think went wrong when the sitting governor is not aware of a kind of operation, that took place in Ibadan? As an example, last week, Thursday, was the governor's communique right now to say, look, the federal government or the security agency cannot just swoop into their state and commit any kind of operation without the chief officer of the state aware of it as well. So it's a very difficult one. I'm sure the governors, and looking at the protests that took place in Ibadan today, must have been saying a lot of things that might not have been able to come out, but they have to say something because it's really stink that you as a sitting governor was not informed, was not aware of a kind of oppression within your state. We saw similar incident of such before at River State, where the DSS wanted to kidnap or whatever the situation with one of the state indigent, and the governor of River State, Wike, decided to drive himself down to the home of these, I guess she was working as a secretary, the PAM secretary, if I'm right, not too very sure. And we saw how, the governor Wike decided to take himself down to the house to rescue this woman out. My question then would have been, should the governor was aware of the raid or the assassination attempt on the life of Chief Sunday Igboho, would he have done anything better? I mean, yes, these individuals have said, look, we got to know whether, you want to raid the house. Once again, good evening to those of you that are watching us from different platforms, and those of you watching us, again, is a very terrible network this evening, but we will just manage it till the end of the program. It is still Niger Voices on Star Radio UK. The time is exactly 18:42 p.m. And I'd like to say kudos to my producer, Frank David, and Archie, working tirelessly back in the studio in London. My question again is, let's put this together. Let's ask this question. They've said, look, you should know, but if the security agency that came to the house of Chief Sunday Igboho alerted the governor of their intention, what could have changed? What could have happened? Could we have said the governor said, no, I'm not going to allow such a raid on his house, in as much as the DSS, put out their statement, saying that, we had intelligence that there was stockpile of arms and ammunition in the house, which is a complete total false. They were not there for any intelligence. They were there to assassinate Chief Sunday Igboho. And the governor did not say anything prior to, after the incident. I didn't see any statement from the governor, but they are now quick to say, we do not want any such of incident to happen. My question to everyone watching us this evening is, do you think the governor of Oyo State did more or did less to the crisis that took place at the Soka residence of Chief Sunday Igboho last week, Thursday? Do you think? What is your view? What is your take on that? We'll read some of your comments out as soon as I got hands on them. But like I said, when I've been following this whole situation, let's first look at what individuals are saying. Let's first touch on what the Nobel laureate had to say on that issue. Professor Wole Soyinka says, if you bring Igboho to trial, it is going to get mud in your face clearly. That's the word of Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate. He also says, and I quote, the government should apologize to Chief Sunday Igboho and let him resume his normal life. Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate. The government might not want to listen to people like that, but the situation is not dying down. Chief Sunday Igboho have released, multiple statements, but I was also privileged to listen to what the senior advocate of we can only have to manage, this situation tonight because the network, like I said, is going on and off. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. I guess our signal back to London is a bit slower.
The internet in there was okay. They are taking me low. Kinishi, Kinishi, I measure. Shall go Baba is in some of that temple. What's it, boy? àwọn ẹlòmíì tún ń ṣàdúrà fún wéré níyìn o Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́ má ní nísìnyí bàbá wèrè ní mo wá àwọn ẹlòmíì tó ń ṣépè ń ṣépè pé wọ́n gbé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà go for me bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ń ṣépè fáwọn tó flag ń ṣépè fáwọn ọmọ wọn ń ṣépè fáwọn tó flag go for me bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà àtàwọn tó ta ni pé mo lọ wà lára wọn èpè mi máa lágbára má ṣe dá padà kò ní dá Ọlọ́run omi sí lára wọn.
I'm just waiting to get the connection back to London. I think we lost all this connection completely. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. While I'm still waiting for the connection back to London, bear with us and we will continue with the broadcast shortly.
Race today.
Yes, we're back on again. We do apologize for that short.
Yomi ama gone by. They wo.
Sit down. I don't want to get damages. Oh, you mean all those videos this lady was doing, mentioning my name and going on YouTube is different from what I did? So basically, it will be wrong for anybody to actually, from angle of ignorance, say, "Oh, why this time?" No, you cannot call him out on social media. Cannot call look for anybody. Papa and continue it is an half information. Yeah, it must go to court. It must leave away mirror. Somebody court me and I want to kick that. I got that job for me. Three to Daruko, Balofemo. I mean, you go close to 8 videos when the person was actually talking about me, and I decided to do the same thing. Okay, fine, you've gone that route, mention my name, no problem. And let's get it twisted. And if anybody does not like the movie, all you can easily do is not watch the movie
not to
or watch it.
I'll flag it down.
Why are you trying to trample on my own rights that I have right to express myself the way I want? And if you feel it is wrong or something is wrong in the movie, then do the needful. You cannot continue to use social media court to determine serious. You cannot be telling me, oh, somebody let me talk this way. And I know, forced to complain me, social media. That is how majority are raised. The lady came up, in London. Only $500. She told the lies, she mentioned my name, I didn't even raise an eyebrow. I was still like, okay, go start doing stuff. I want to complain. And then you want to actually hold me accountable. If you want to hold me accountable because I mentioned a name now, why were you not holding the person accountable for mentioning my name? Are you not supposed to fight for me as well? Are you going to fight if somebody complains about me? But if somebody tries to hurt me, you're not going to fight. The person I was asking for his bail is not the best of my friends. He has never acted in my movie before. But he's a human being. Whatever the case may be, I will stand by human rights. Take anything you want to take from me. If you think you want to take my name, take it. Take anything. The only thing that can make me have peace, the only thing that can make me to be treated with dignity and respect is when my human right is protected. I will only feel pain when I realize that people are trying to exhibit evil and demonic tendencies and they trample on my right. So guys,
baby,
do not be dismayed.
Oh, see, Lord.
As you can see, nothing do me. And never mind those people abusing, saying all sort of stuff. It is needed. It is needed.
Oh, yeah,
and on the last note, for the 10th time, the only sin that concerns the girl is that one that is being circulated. And nothing was done to demean or to actually, mess things up. It's a different stuff being sold around. And if you have not seen the movie and you rose to judgment, let it be a day of reckoning to you. The day some people will want to actually castigate, punish you by not even knowing full story about you, but they feel you deserve to be punished. Your children deserve to be punished. The day you are denied fair hearing, the day somebody will not balance their story before they condemn you, that is the day you should remember that I have done it before. Not because you are truly pained, but because you are trying to take advantage of the anonymity of social media. You think because I am not a regular actor. Deeper life actor, viral. I am looking for intelligent people. I am looking for people that want peace and progress. I am looking for people that believe they have a role and something to contribute. It is about them and their children. Selfish individuals can never get a better society. But when people are concerned about the welfare of the next person, duty of care, when we value human life, we think about the society. We think about those ideas that can make us collectively together in peace and harmony, and that is human rights. So when we actually, I want to answer, when we put a movie, say, the boy Richard asked, what would you like to be in future? And the character of that he said, I would like to be a prostitute. What we are trying to portray is that parents, adults abuse children unknowingly. And what happened? The girl character Yabo was with a mother and a friend. And they saw a neighbor who is driving an expensive Benz, wearing expensive clothes and gold. And then the friend said, iṣẹ́ wo ni ọmọ lady tọ́lá yìí ṣe? Tó jẹ́ pé, tó fi ra Benz tó fáìn báyìí tó ṣe báyìí tó yọ. Wọ́n ní Then ìyá Yabo answered, iṣẹ́ aṣẹ́wó ni. Ló fi owó ra mọ́tò tó lo gold tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó ga o, ìyẹn ní kí ló dé? Kí ló dé àmbẹ̀? Ó lè ló bọ́ wọn jẹ́. Iṣẹ́ yẹn gbé nìyẹn o. Ó ráyè ẹjọ́ fẹ́ tọ́lọ́wọ́lẹ̀. Other law, they did not consider that girl. The girl thought it is Ishe to be an Ashewo and it is a good one. And then she thought I should say that when she was asked. But until the movie would correct that and say, no, as an adult, teba fe paro, wo tomo yen kere ba wa be e ma paro bi tomo yen wa. E ti abuse omo yen.
Talking nonsense. It's a nonsense.
I think abuse omo. So all those that went into judgment, if tomorrow anybody, any organization choose to come out and say because of this, and then they judge and they concluded on me, that is who they are. And it's about God telling me, so rationalize would never, if you judge out of hatred, out of I am looking for his downfall, you will abuse my rights. You would definitely abuse my rights, and it is a curse on you. Anybody might think, oh, abusing somebody's rights will never have consequence. You are deceiving yourself. That is why we are not progressing as a nation. That is why we are not having friends. Ask any of your friends, Ewololore in Gambia, Ewololore in Senegal. I have a Nigerian friend, let me go to Nigeria. All the foreign countries, they will always advise their citizens intermittently, not because of anything, but because of human rights abuses. They will be giving travel advices. Don't go to Nigeria. Don't go to Guinea all the time. Why? Because you will never be treated like a human being as a visitor. Because the way they treat their own citizens is horrible. They don't even value human life. Their movies will always exhibit and explain and will always promote human rights abuses. Everybody with a passive enemy. How much more human beings? So when people are retarded and not thinking right, they want to force their opinion on you, especially when it is gibberish. And when they feel, they want to do that, especially when they feel, oh, it's on social media, I can say anything, I can bring it, I can do whatever, people will follow me. You can do that for all I care. But if you have not listened to my own standpoint, if you have not seen the movie completely, if you have not taken your time to rationalize and you're judging, they will be talking about me. Tọ́ba tún bímọ àwọn ọmọ máa tún ṣe lórí àwọn ọmọ mi. Kò ní padà kó change. Àti wọ́n tó ṣe ń kọ̀rọ̀ àti wọ́n tó ṣe síta. Bó ṣe máa rí lọ nìyẹn. And I can bet my life categorically. It's just that when you choose that you want a better society, you don't care about those that are actually supporting the evil. You want people. You want a better society because it is a collective game. So when I choose to shoot a movie, to explain a journey, and how it gets to a stage whereby there is loggerhead, and then the process of getting human rights, which is a constitutional right of somebody, also in the industry, to explain and to educate and to make the society better. You are trying to now look for means to condemn and to demonize. It's so horrible. So guys, thank you for your love. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And you know, when people love you for who you are, it is better to be hated for who you are than to be loved for who you are not. So please continue to understand. Do all you can for human rights. Do all you can. Every means you have to promote the frontier of human. We need more people to be talking about human rights, to be doing more for human rights. That is when evil will start going into its shell. That is when people that actually intend to do evil or to force oppression on the next person, that is when they start going into their shell. So they will do everything. The man does not deserve to even get a bail. I am doing it for cloud chasing. I am not even right. So they were waiting for every bad news to go the wrong way, as if deny any bail. It will make Nigeria better. It will add money to my pocket or to their pocket. Just because Yomi is involved. So when it got to a stage of the bail, and Yomi is serious in Lara, why are they talking about this? What is my business with If I am putting my life on the line now to fight for human rights, then any non-entity will want me to come and fight them to achieve what? To achieve what? Most of those things that you see on social media is so appalling. You expect, if you think about yourself, you find yourself to be, you feel weak. When people are investing, putting money on so many things, la gold, la party, do all sort of things. If I can be, they are not blind to the sin that is where I'm spending my money. And when you don't do anything on human rights, they want to question you. I don't need to put up a character that will make people come and attend premiere and parties. Because if I want that kind of personality, I won't be on the side of human rights. Because you will need to fake your personality so that people can start loving you to attend your parties and premiere. When with all your faith, if you are accused of any crime, they will ask you to sleep on the floor for months. Somebody will say they will even kill you there. With all your fame, with all your social media, with all I am this, I am that. Until we begin to have a balanced society that promotes equal rights, justice, then for anyone, go and check the majority of those that are jumping on social media to us. Go and check, do they have authentic and genuine backgrounds? But when the job is given, anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Movie making. We all are entities on our own. When we choose to come together, okay, we form association. Is to promote our collective being, our interest. So,
okay, and driving.
If you choose to dignify everybody with a response, you'll be going so low the way they did. And there is no point. These are people that naturally, when I say Buruku, you will never see me in my life. My colleagues, it's crazy.
kí sójà kan wò gòkè wọ́n ní sójà kan commit offence kan sójà yẹn wá bọ́ tàwa o you can't be what's that. So some people there are some kind of love they are looking for, some kind of stuff they are looking for on social media. Even if I thought you think I've done something bad, before you go on your page to castigate me, have you seen the entire stuff? Common sense should tell you that I'm an adult. This person is a human being, not because he's my colleague. Before I can follow what this person is telling me, I should know that this thing is extracted from an entire movie. Am I so sure that Untosoye is my true position, is what I know to be authentic? And when you can't, then on the angle of the law or angle of common sense, of angle of any Tony Lakai, they are speaking on the angle of bitterness, hatred, jealousy. A minimoto, you cannot do anything to me. But when I choose not to pay attention to unnecessary distraction, I don't give them such audience. Mo rí ọ̀tún jẹ́ pé obìnrin wá mi wá báyìí. Ta ló ń ṣe fíìmù obìnrin wá mi wá? Mo dẹ̀ lọ báyìí. Ó ti mess up pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. The same people who come on social media and they're speaking like they are pure nonsense. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ìní PA wọn lóbìnrin tó accuse wọn táwọn ẹbí wọn accuse wọn of rape. They are coming out to actually antagonize someone like this. Kí receipt to pọ̀ nlẹ̀. Ntẹ́yàn ṣe 30 years ó wà lọ́wọ́ mi. But I know some people will cross the red line. They will cross. I don't want to give unnecessary audience, but I know. I know they will cross the red line very shortly. But I love to quickly forgive quickly. But I know. Don't be terrible people because you want to show that you're there on social media. What's my business with all that? Are we on the same page? Everything me on cloud chase, everything me awala ni julo, ki le ni gongon. Ki la ni gongon. The most important thing that we can have is peace and dignity as a human being. Foul. You are an hypocrite if you actually pretend that, oh, this guy has been on this case of human rights for a long time. So I should respect when he's actually doing something. Probably he's trying to put up a message. If people are shooting movies, they abuse human rights, they don't care. And I shoot movies, I make sure that I correct human rights abuses. I ensure that it must impact correctly. How dare you challenge when I shoot a movie? When you don't even know, you don't even see my synopsis, you have not seen the movie. And if I want jabba. What is so quick? Kini yoda, emi no ba won babu ko da. Tó bá dọ̀la tó bá ti ní wọn náà ti ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa báyé ṣe máa tẹ́gbọ́n gbà láì tí ì mọ̀ àwọn ọ̀ọ́nì wádìí ẹ̀ tó máa fi rẹ̀ lọ síbi tó fẹ́.
Lórí irọ́.
They don't want to even accept you for who you are. What's that? Mirabelle? Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah. Atutu Poyoyo. Where's the brother? You leave your brother downstairs and you coming up. So, ain't it my girl? I love you all. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Come. What happened? What happened? You want to stay longer outside? Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes more. I just say 10 minutes. Yes, yeah, well. 10 minutes, okay?
Ní personal.
Alamo. Ẹjẹ òwúrọ̀ 10 minutes alamo. Ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan gbà mí ẹ máa ń jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ ìkéré àbúwé o so that they will know they have some rights to society to guide them. So ẹ̀yin tèmi ṣèbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sálè bàbá tó bí yín lọ́mọ nìyẹn. You run away from your fatherland. We just have to quickly do what we can as human beings to make Nigeria a better place. I am tired of seeing Nigerians queuing in front of embassies Monday to Friday, January to December. Láì ṣe pé ojú ogun la wà. When it is not that Nigeria is at war, we have a role to play. I prefer, I'm rededicating my life again. I am saying it again. I'm rededicating my life to human rights. Oto Isheloto. And when you are in the midst of people that would not want human rights to stand, when people that feel that if you are fighting for human rights, you are clout chasing. If you are fighting for human rights, then there is a serious problem. When the only time they see me speak up, they see me fight for somebody, is either to respect and protect the person's rights or to actually pay some necessary and needful respect that the dignity of that person should be respected and protected, dead or alive. Every human being has got right to duty of care, right to care. Only right to care. When you try to because the time you even talk, you will talk able. So you need movies that will make them get attracted so that they can actually start getting oriented and start changing lives. Because leaders in the book. And the people that are forming the leader, so everyone grow in society here, they are growing with empty values. How do you want to have better leaders? You see people that you expect that are knowledgeable. Hey, again, it's rank timing. Waste time. What's in the story that has to do with the ongoing case? Because to relate to what how does it make sense that okay, when it has to do human rights, you want to campaign about, you must keep quiet because the case is going on? Am I judging? The only reason why they say don't talk in a case that is ongoing is because don't say anything that will make look like you are judging. Do I look like I've made the judgment in the movie? You keep trying to force unnecessary narratives on young people on social media because you want to talk. You want to make somebody look bad. I don't know where these people are getting this orientation from. Even there are some people that are still being tried on the 9/11 case. It is not a closed file. And they've shot movies on it. Stop fooling people. Stop saying jargons. Have you seen the movie? Does that have to do with the ongoing case as in the pattern of process of the court? As it conclude what has not been concluded in court? As the storyline rush into conclusion when the court case has not been concluded? Is that what this movie is all about? So why are you saying don't talk about it? Are you not talking about it in your house? God damn it. So you realize that some people that are even in position of power, even in position of law enforcement, people that you expect that actually have proper education, people that have traveled abroad, that they will understand, they are just waiting for comment section. Killer zombie. You think every comment you see on comment section is from a sensible person? Hello. Okay. Guys, go and see my latest movie, Prisoner's Diary. In the movie, you will see what has been explained in that movie that is deadly and added value to you. Go and see the movie and have a lovely moment. You understand? So go and see Prisoner's Diary. Emil, nothing do me. So bad, another thing might happen. Yomi, I have somebody like Yomi. So back to the job keta. I might get involved with something that will look controversial. Don't ever think I am going down. So anything anybody does, thinking it will bring me down. Anything that is done against me with intention to do evil, to violate my rights. If I choose to pursue it, I pursue it. If I don't choose to pursue it, I don't see it. If 1 million people if somebody puts my nakedness on social media, you abuse my rights of privacy. If I react on my own, I am neck deep into human rights. If I see distraction, I ignore. Don't make that to look like, oh, he doesn't respect public opinion. He cannot. No. I know what people would love to do. They want to gag your freedom of expression. They want to violate human rights, and they want me to succumb. And you may succumb well. I have made a fool and a mockery of my struggle of human rights if I do that. So if anybody wants to do evil against me and you trample on my rights, exercise in you. If I don't want to pursue it, I'll let it go. If I want to pursue it, I'll pursue it. But don't be shocked. I can do same thing. Right? It's only here. It did not say the same thing. Don't think. Any followers, I don't like it. Eat your turkey and let me eat my pomo. Comparison is a proof of nothing. Seek idea, be known for something reasonable, be famous for something vital in life. Not I want to see how to bring some and to me, I love you all and thank you for standing by what is right. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for believing that equal rights and human rights protection is key apart from the job you're doing. Okay? I love you all and have a lovely and wonderful night rest. I need to pick those kids downstairs. It's almost 10 minutes that they were given. I love you all. Bless you.
Bàbá yìí ti yà wèrè. Ọlọ́run. Ó dà o.